All right, man. It's your big brother K Reno. Let y'all know what's going on today. I'm on an air pollution tour. Not that I'm touring air pollution, just learning about the air pollution that's rampant in our city, man. As you can see, people getting off the bus, you know, getting ready to congregate. We're in Galena Park right here in Houston right now. And I just got some information that's like really a trip, man. So we're gonna listen to a speaker for a little while.
Want to take care of people, and that's just the reality of it. I mean, people always like, oh, TCEQ, like, well, what are they going to do? I mean, really. I mean, these refineries out here, they have their own air monitors. They're required to report on themselves, but how are we supposed to trust them? I mean, really, like, they're going to like really tell us the truth. I mean, some of these companies, like Passenger Refining, Kinder Morgan, all those guys, they've been fined multiple times. And for them, it's easier to pay the fine than it is to fix the problem. Mm-hmm. It's easier, it's cheaper for them. And a lot of times these guys will get fined, and TCEQ, last I looked, they only collect the fines 28% of the time. So these companies get fined all the time. Sometimes they pay, most of the time they don't. So it's pretty bad for that. And like I said, if you look over that direction, all the refineries are to the south in that direction. So because of the Gulf of Mexico, the winds are usually coming off the Gulf of Mexico from the southeast, so the winds are always coming this way. So that means everything in the refineries is getting blown this way. About 85% of the time, everything's coming here. Okay? So you can come out here in the middle of the night and you just smell the chemicals all the time. There was an emissions event that happened here about 2 years ago. And LyondellBasell, the other side of the channel, a tank burst. They didn't know it had burst, but all that smell, it was like a garlic type smell. It was so strong we could smell it from here. It felt like it was right across the street from us. It was so strong. My wife and my kids went out there, they couldn't take it. Everybody was smelling it, and they finally admitted it was LyondellBasell, but they're like, oh, it's not dangerous, it's all right, it's not gonna kill you. And we're like, we were smelling this for 7 days straight. The kids were throwing up. People that had asthma were having a hard time trying to breathe. But it was 7 days of us having to smell this stuff. It was pretty bad for us. So.
Do you have a sense of the wider Harris County community cares what's happening in the Houston Ship Channel neighborhood?
It affects everybody because of the wind patterns. Eventually, I've heard people in Conroe say we can smell some of this stuff. I have people in the Woodlands say that. So depending on the wind patterns, it will affect you. A couple years ago, ITC caught fire. I don't know if you guys saw it on the news. That thing burned for like 5 days straight. That plume was huge. And you can see that the plume going over downtown Houston. That's how big and strong it was. And I know it was pretty bad for a lot of people. So regardless of where you live in Houston, most of the time you're going to get a whiff of this. It's going to affect you one way or the other. But guys, look, our guest speakers are here. Mr. Hinojosa, come on up. This is Mr. Cruz Hinojosa. He's the president of ECAP, a small nonprofit here